April 6, 11:23 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready? Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want. The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian de Beste, prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. And so Francesca and Mrs. Shields have taken over their duties. Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exasperating the situation. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial has further delayed. Mrs. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice. I guess it's the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help. Although saying that, I only have enough time to skim through the case files. Are you okay on your end, Franny Pie? What kind of prosecutor abandoned his own case and vanishes without a trace? I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. You have my thanks. And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia Rowland, to the stand. Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Please wait, Your Honor! What is it? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement. So if I listen to it, I'll get it, huh? Okay then. Let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now, if you would kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred at the detention center, and the prison warden Roland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, who has been being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife, the murder weapon, is the decisive Huh? Miss Von Karma? Is something wrong? That's impossible! The evidence is... What's wrong with the evidence, Franny Pie? The evidence! The knife's gone! The chisel with Togen's spell attached to it is missing too! What? Order! Order! Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand it either, Your Honor. If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had. It appears the culprit is the pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Hey, Courtney Pie. What is it? Your Honor, considering our predicament, let's say we postpone this trial till later.
Overruled!
The defense's proposal was overruled. Eh? Courtney Pie? I know, right? I'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. Just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible. Innocent? I hadn't had more than enough of your foolishness. And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying in court, evidence is everything, wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. What? The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland.
Objection.
Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare us innocent all of a sudden. Is something the matter for the defense to object to a not guilty verdict? Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were there with us when we found the murder weapon. Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict. That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. I mean, to be honest, you shouldn't have been part of this trial to begin with, the girl. The person who was presented with the murder weapon was discovered, and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people. You're kidding, right? I could only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented. Objection! There is evidence! It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court, without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor. The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Courtney Pie, please. I understand. I shall grant your request. Well, Justin, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today? This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor. That was a close one. Court is now adjourned. Is she getting blackmailed? April 6, 11:38 a.m. District Court, 3rd floor lobby. Did we find it together? The evidence! Yes, we certainly did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detector is reacting to that alligator. Really? Why? Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel? Wasn't that just a fake murder weapon? Dogan hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond, inside the alligator. What if it was stolen by someone? Miss Barry and Miss Keys, did you come to attend the trial? Mr. Hedgeworth! I came because I heard there's a really fun show around here. So where is it? The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have already started, but our practice ran a little late. I believe I was somewhere around here, wasn't it? Actually, two key pieces of evidence have gone missing. The chisel and the knife. The trial's in recess now. Sort of like an intermission. You just missed it, Simon. What? supposed to mean? Looks like Simon's going to get arrested again. Damn! Regina, please. Can't be this savage. No, wait, you can't! I guess Simon is his usual noisy self. Huh? To think that I would be humiliated like this. And here comes another noisy individual. Now, Frenny Pie, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you could put that whip of yours away? What do you say? That foolish prosecutor! When I get my hands on him, my whip is going to give him the thrashing of a lifetime! Miles, why don't you try to talk into her? Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say. We can move around. Let's go! We got that homemade, freshly grown, pre-Roman Edgeworth today. Let's talk to you, actually. The courthouse has so much fun! There's even a wild animal tamer here! A wild animal tamer? Her showmanship could use some work. But that lady really knows how to handle a whip. Though in her case, her whip is used to tame humans. And what is a human but just a very smart animal? Isn't there anything we could do? Well, actually, I just got a great idea. We put on an animal show inside the courtroom, everyone would be caught up in it. Then, maybe they'd have to delay the trial another day. Oh, wait. If we did something like that, I'd get arrested for sure. Nah, you'll be fine. The court's not so cold as to arrest someone for showing everyone a good time. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I would prefer if you didn't, frequently encourage such criminal behavior. But that's your thing. You can't have Kay without the criminal encouragement. It just wouldn't be her. Also, I love it when these buildings have small buildings in them. It's the cutest shit ever. I love the bejeebas out of it. It's a model of the courthouse. It's really well made. There's something written on the information panel. Press the button to activate robot transformation sequence. Reservation required to view the transformation show. Please inquire at front desk. On the courthouse. Transforms into a robot. Mr. Edgeworth, he's usually quiet. You make a fuss about wanting to see it. If the model can transform, that means this courthouse can also... Hey, I assure you, that's not possible. But perhaps there is more to this courthouse than meets the eye. What you got here? What you got? Please, I saw an exam for like one little thing. It's not letting me do it. Mr. Edgeworth, where do you think you're going? No, I wasn't going anywhere. I was just examining the door. Ah, I see. That's the #1 rule of a great thief. Ensure your escape route. Good thinking. You want to become a Yagutarazu's assistant, all I gotta do is ask. Since it's you, I'll let you skip the written exam and skills test. How are you on the spot? That's quite alright. I appreciate the sentiment. I feel like Edgeworth was like, wait, there was a written exam? The old whole leather sofa. The leather's full of holes. Indeed, it's a whole leather sofa after all. I feel like there was a contradiction somewhere in this conversation. Well, we'll never know. During the recess, no one may enter the courtroom. Really? No one could get in? Like I said, during the recess, no one may enter the courtroom. But no one could go in, and no one I can resume the trial, and we'll be stuck in recess forever. You're right. We're all doomed. This motherfucker's like, we're in a time loop. We gotta get out of it, quick. Mr. Edgeworth! Do you like how I pointed out that contradiction just now? I don't think you'll gain any useful information by pressing the bailiff. But what if you did, though? Okay, so the exam is just like talking to him for real. I can't believe this. Okay, yes, please. I don't know why this is the same dialogue. This is wild to me. Great, those books. Podium of Laws for Beginners, huh? I wonder if even I could read them. It looks like volume 1 is currently out on loan. Better wait and start with the first volume. Otherwise the story won't make any sense. Hey, I hate to ruin it for you, but law books don't have any story in them. Why not? Like, honestly. Yeah, what's up? Don't you think today's trial felt kinda strange? The defendant, Miss Rowland, was awfully relaxed. Indeed, it was as if she already knew the evidence had gone missing. Miss Courtney seemed different from usual, too. There may be something at work behind the scenes during today's trial. And then, beesh. Eureka! Seeing this badge? It's giving me a great idea. A token of appreciation for everything you've done for me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna carve an awesome badge for you. Okay, she already said this before. I just really like the fact that Edgeworth is not opposed to getting a badge like this. He's just very confused why Kay is like going for logic. That is the part. And honestly, same though? Can I please? Mr. Edgeworth, where do you think you're going? Okay, so this is the same thing. I thought it was gonna be different. Hey, looks like you got your memories back. Yeah, I'm a little better now. Uncle Ray was really worried, you know? No, that other Kay was also pretty cute. Well then, now that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake? Nope. We need to focus on the trial right now. Yeah, things are looking good. So we could show him this. Let's go. That's a lovely badge. You like it? I'm sure it could also look great on you, Miles. This is Kay's treasure. I couldn't possibly wear it. Oh, I see. Righto, then. I guess there's no other choice. At this rate, the only thing left for you to wear is the defense attorney's badge. Oh, right into his trap. Yeah. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. But we can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's in a pickle. If only there was someone who could find evidence for us. That look of expectation on your face says all it does, all it needs to. Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? Do you finally feel like following in your father's footsteps? I simply left it in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now, I am unable to follow in my father's footsteps. I see. Well, there's no need to rush a decision. Take all the time you need to determine the path you want to follow. In any case, the door's always open for you at the Edgeworth Law Office. Mr. Shields. Mr. Shields, Mr. Shields. Let's talk to our sister. from another mister, who's also our sister. Oh, if it isn't former prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, Francesca. Those who have abandoned the path of the prosecutor do not belong here. Now be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life. The way she's always just so demanding of him. Like, damn, Edgeworth really had to deal with like a younger sibling like this. Is that supposed to be a replacement for your prosecutor's badge? It certainly suits you, Miles Edgeworth. Hold it! This badge suits me way more than it does Mr. Edgeworth. When does this become a competition? But it did. Francesca, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case. The bodyguard of the president of Zinc Fa, Florence Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence. However, the murder weapon was disappeared without trace. Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court. The next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him. Don't mind if you whip some backbone into him, but stop whipping innocent bystanders. I imagine she got a whip for her birthday one time, and it was like Edgeworth's worst year, like by far. Still, what are you going to do, Francesca? The recess is only 15 minutes. You're always so calm and collect, like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick. I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. If only there was someone who could go search for the evidence for us. Very well. Go look for them. Oh, Miles, you do that for us? Of course. Finding the evidence within 15 minutes will be no easy task. But worst comes to worst, Uncle Ray and Freddy Pie will help you stall for time. Will you recover the evidence? We won't let her hand down a verdict. Please do so. Francesca, are you okay with this? You're asking me, Francesca von Karma, to help you out. You better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman for the local news. Miss von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation. I understand. As acting prosecutor, I, along with the attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around, look for the evidence. All for my sake. It's a job that suits you perfectly. I'm glad that you're on board. I'll help out too. So I really don't want to get arrested again. That sounds like fun. Regina wants to tag along too. Alright, that will be helpful. Now then, where should we begin? I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say. Who should we talk to in order to learn where the evidence went? I imagine Judge King, right? Oh, that person knows where the evidence is? Yes, I believe they should. I don't think they have any connection with it. So it wasn't that person. So I guess Roland then? So she's a part of this? Oh yeah, this is gonna start to get bloated. Oh, but wouldn't he actually know? Take that! Yes, the person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian de Beste. You mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it. I'll leave him to you. Alright, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. Just the two of— ah! Miles Edgeworth! You better not keep me waiting. At least you end up like your friend here. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Ready, Five, wait for me! Now then, let's go help look for Sebastian as well. Gonna be in a dumpster or something, isn't he? Ah! Judge Courtney. It isn't Prosecutor Edgeworth. I hope that all is well. All is not well! Just what was going on in that trial earlier! Hey, there's no need for that. But even though Miss Courtney should know exactly who the culprit is, what made you... In a court of law, the only thing that truly matters is evidence. Whatever my own feelings may be, it should not affect the verdict. So this is the judge persona of Judge Courtney was saying? Cold-blooded and heartless. It's fine if you think of me as such. Yeah, she's kind of the perfect woman. I love her so much. Even as a judge, she's still this stubborn. Judge Courtney, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you. And what would that be? A few nights ago, you went to the roof of the Grand Tower. The roof? Say. You met with the president there, correct? The two of you were caught on the security camera. Is there some sort of problem with that? Today, the president's body was discovered very close to the Grand Tower. That's... You understand now, don't you? You're a suspect. What happened between you and the president up on the roof? Nothing. We merely spoke for a few minutes. Once our business was done, I headed straight home. I took the elevator back down alone. Indeed, that was shown on the security camera footage as well. What exactly did you and the president talk about? That I cannot say. I see. However, I cannot afford to let us just yet. That being the case, I guess my only remaining option is to use that. He's definitely hiding something. I'm going to draw it out of her. So we were supposed to find Courtney, we just weren't able to do anything else. 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Hung. It is true that I spoke with President Hung on the roof on the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There is no need to tell you what it was. Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she speaks as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what develops. Now then, start by asking her what she talked about with the president. It's time to begin again. Could you tell me what you and the president talked about? My meeting with the president was strictly business, and since it has nothing to do with you, I'm not obligated to answer your question. Though she is being judge persona. I appreciate your understanding. Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the PIC and a judge as well, even assisting with the investigations. I'm simply fulfilling the professional duties that have been assigned to me. Was your meeting with the president also one of those duties assigned to you as a judge? Yes, of course it was. I am one who lives for the law. I would never act outside my professional duties. This morning you returned Kay's promised notebook to me. I don't believe that all of your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties. It's true. Seems I still retain some immature qualities. I wouldn't call it immature. It was your own personal kindness. Weren't you also distressed when you found out the president had passed away? Yes. It isn't very unfortunate. Why did he have to die? It seems he was crushed by the head of a monster called the Mighty Muzilla. Excuse me. You see, Muzilla is... Is that true? You mean the president died at the temporary Muzilla film lot? Yes, that's right. Surprised that you know about Muzilla. Yes. I had heard about it from Sebastian. Oh my god. It's just kind of funny to me, like, she puts on Muzilla to, like, calm Sebastian down or something. Like, oh my god. She has, like, such high caretaker vibes that I could totally see her treating Sebastian as sort of like a dog or something, and just, like, putting on cartoons for him. Like, for real. He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower. Seems awfully shaken up about that. I'm also curious about Sebastian. Went missing along with the evidence. She wouldn't talk about the president. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secret through another line of questioning. She is supposed to be unnormal. There must be some reason behind it. Francesco may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place. However, as long as he still possesses some of the evidence, the trial cannot proceed. I intend to carry out a fair trial. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty. I am a judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way. So you're saying you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts? Of course I am. I'm worried about Sebastian as well, but... You're worried about Sebastian as well. Wouldn't that mean that there's someone else you're worried about? By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior? That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings. It may be true those who stand in court have a duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It is impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render impartial judgment. It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict. Judge Courtney, why don't you tell me the truth? Just what am I supposed to do? Judge Courtney become this distraught. You find out exactly who she is searching for. Until now, she has been wearing the mask of a judge. This time, I should be able to draw out her true feelings. Who are you searching for? Judge Courtney, tell me who you are searching for. My lips are sealed. That is not something I could talk about right now. Don't have enough clues. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Muzilla line, baby. Are you searching for the Mighty Muzilla? I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now. It's not a joke! Just a moment ago, you were surprised to learn that the president had been cursed by Muzilla, correct? I was simply surprised by the president's cause of death. To think that he passed away at a temporary film lot, of all places. What's wrong with where he died, yeah? From the way you're talking, it seems you have a problem with where he died. That's not true. It's just... Well, the president to have passed away, the film lot, a place where dreams were made. Does she actually like Mozilla? Is she a little fun little thing like Edgeworth? Please tell me so. That'd be so cute. I just thought it would be better if the movie's cast and crew remained unaware of the truth. The staff member found the body. I'm very sorry to say this. However, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of the president's death. I encountered a female staff member and John Marsh at the crime scene. How could have come to this? She seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the Mozilla film. Don't tell me that John Marsh is like her son or something. Is that the case? Could that be it? I don't see her being a mama, but it's possible. Is Courtney a MILF? The verdict wants to be in on this. Be a useful clue. Judge Courtney, tell me who you're searching for. My lips are sealed. Not so there to talk about right now. Oh, we still need it. Fine. The person you're searching for is Sebastian, by any chance? When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will. I am not worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own. Since he went into hiding on his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to. Could it be the person you're searching for was unable to return until their own, under their own power? In regard to that, my lips are sealed. I am unable to talk about it right now. When I think about what might happen, a child, if I talked. Who is that child? That child? Could you tell me who you're referring to? Maybe brother-sister relationship? It's nothing. Please pay it no mind. Judge Courtney's expression has changed. It's like I've uncovered a clue. Judge Courtney, tell me who you're searching for. My lips are sealed. There's not something I can talk about right now. Let me try using that clue. Could it be you're searching for that child who has gone missing? You said it was a child. I presume that they're of young age, correct? I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you, or the president's assassination. Let me try using that clue. Earlier, when Mozilla was brought up, it seemed to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the Mozilla film? How do you know that? Usually so calm. You seem rather distraught right now. Please tell me, who is that child? I understand. You come to know this much. I shall prepare myself for the worst. The child I'm searching for, the boy by the name of John Marsh. John? Why do you want to know his whereabouts? Well, that much I simply cannot say. Judge Courtney, didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? Even if you don't intend to talk, I'm determined to expose the truth. This is my resolve. Why is he searching for John? I must get her to tell me the reason. Are you acquainted with him? By any chance? He is a famous movie star. I doubt there's anyone who doesn't know who he is. I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him today. That just proves you have much to learn. Allow me to give you a lesson. I know everything about him. My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure. You tend to lose your calm whenever the conversation turns to John, don't you? In any case, while I may know everything about John, it is a one-sided relationship. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. I need to go over another one. Could it be that you're a fan of John Marsh? Yes. Yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Marsh, the famous child actor who has been called a prodigy. I knew his movie was being filmed in front of the Grand Tower, and so the temporary film lot had been on my mind. I see. Suppose a fan would be curious about that. You know that John was at the temporary film lot? Yes, of course I did. He said they would be filming there all day, and yet... Did you hear that from him? It almost sounds as if John himself told you personally. I doubt he would give his schedule to a mere fan. That's true, isn't it? Please don't pay any mind to that statement. I made another slip of the tongue. She must be really worried about John. But she has spoken with John. This could be a useful clue. Actually, we were searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea where he might be? Why would you think that I would know where he is? John and I, there's no connection between us. Okay, so we need to put that one next. Over. Then we go this. Very famous actor, very famous, very good. And then you do your thing. It's a little crazy. I understand you're worried about him, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you had spoken with John. Doesn't that prove that you are indeed acquainted with him? How could I have committed such an indiscretion? Is that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintance? This could be a vital clue. Actually, okay. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances. Judge Courtney, wouldn't you allow us to help you in your search for him? Help? No, that won't be allowed. Who won't allow it? The so-called goddess of law? The person who knows where the child is. A kidnapper? I see, finally. Connected all the pieces of the puzzle. The reason why you cannot easily talk about John. It was because someone kidnapped him, isn't that right? No! Judge Courtney, I would like to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. This time, I will truly be prepared for the worst. It's just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John. As I thought. There was a kidnapping. Still, how is John's kidnapping related to you in any way? John and I are mother and child. What? She's a MILF?